What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Wild West Heroes. Not the most creative name I've ever heard, but you know what? My name is FG3000, so what can I really say? This is a brand new Wild West themed hero collector idle game. Now I know you're looking at the screen already like, wait a minute, FG. This looks like your run-of-the-mill, dime a dozen, city builder, base builder, empire style games, and I hear ya. I'm on the Play Store all the time, and I've been bamboozled before. You'll be looking at a game that looks really interesting, really creative. You'll go through a few of the screenshots, you do a little bit of detectiveness, and you realize, oh, it's just one of those games where you're just gonna be building buildings 99% of the time. I can tell you right now, cowpoke, this is not one of those games. This aspect of the game, I say, would take up about 5% of your overall gameplay. The meat and potatoes, the primary gameplay loop, of course, revolves around the heroes that you can collect. So let's go ahead and take it from the top. Now I have got to say, first things first, instant stamp of approval for this game. You know how easy I am to please. Just give me a game that has me collecting something that I ain't never collected before, and I haven't really collected Wild West Heroes before, so shout out to them on that one. They also did a very good job of kind of bringing these characters to life, right? So you have this cartoony style, but not too cartoony. Very nice diversity, the color, the HD textures. I really like the aesthetic of this game and how they brought these characters to life. So shout out to Wild West Heroes on that one. And pay attention to the naming convention. I'm also going to be saying them out loud, but I like the fact that they synergized that all together. So here is the Coffin Man. He's a man, he carries a coffin, he shoots you, he throws you in there. Nice and streamlined process. This guy is a pro. Sunset Stalker. Of course, the game is going to have some waifus, as it should. Very nice design. I really like it. We have Pathfinder there, Tomahawk with the rifle. Here goes good old Tix. Love to see it. The Marshal hears wail. For some reason, you can't play this game without busting out your country accent, all right? You got to use it. You got Strings here. Check them out. Of course, this is a character that uses a guitar as a weapon. Love to see it. Sister Mercy with the pigeons as well. What a neat little design here. I like that a lot. Hellfire Kid, dual pistols. You got to have one in every single game. Lady Luck. Look at how good Lady Luck looks. This is a cool character. I really, really like that. The Chief and the textures here really look good on him. Like, he looks really solid. Wild side, oh yeah. Oh, she got the handcuffs and everything. Very cool character there. Wolf Warrior, we got Maverick, very, very nice. Dandy, of course, with the hats. Preacher, as you might expect, he's a healer. Very, very nice. Sidewinder. Again, shoddy with the crossbow, with the bow and arrow. Very cool. There's the town sheriff, kind of the main character you get in the very beginning. Darlin Dove. Oh, yes. Nice, nice, nice. School Marm. Desperate Measures. Barkeep. Very cool. And Old Sawbones. Old Sawbones. Billy the Kid, who probably is the most generic one out of all of them. Very cool. So I like the art style. I like the characters here. They did a fantastic job on some of the higher rarity characters. Why are you pointing out the rarities, FG? Well, for whatever reason, they felt like if you're not a 5-star character, you don't even get HD textures. Like, what's up with that? You ain't 5-star? You don't even get HD textures. I think that's kind of weird. Why not just make them all HD? Like, this looks like a conscious decision to do that. But whatever. All right, so those are the heroes that you're going to collect in this game. Let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of combat. Now, this is where we're probably going to lose a lot of people here because the game definitely kind of still maintains that old school idle combat where you don't really do much of anything. We'll kind of blow through the story here. You don't really do much of anything in combat. It's all gonna boil down to the characters that you bring, the factions that you set up. So bringing characters from specific factions are gonna give you specific bonuses, as you guys can see. So all the factions that you see here are represented via playing cards, as you guys can see, spades, diamonds, hearts. What are these, like jokers and royalty? I guess that's what it is. And then of course there's also front, mid, and back characters as well. So that's how you set it up. That's gonna be the extent of your strategy, really. Making sure you bring a proper formation, making sure your heroes are powered up, have the right gear, etc., etc. Throw them out there. The old school idle combat will commence where you basically can't do anything besides watch them shoot at their opponents while they wait for their ultimates to charge up. That's pretty much it. That's probably the kind of the sore spot of the game. I felt like, you know, these games really are not going to hold attention of players these days as they used to. A couple of years ago, these games were all over the place where they all all of the games had this kind of HP bar ultimate type system. But I think now here in 2020 and beyond, players just want a little bit more agency, a little bit more, you know, strategic impact on the battle, other than just hoping that the AI does the right things at the right times, right? So, you know, that's going to be kind of a sore spot. But if you're not tired of this type of idle gameplay, then hey, maybe that's not a negative at all. I do still think that it could stand to use a little bit of ×3, ×4 action. I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but I feel like sometimes developers just put in ×2 speed without really considering how that ×2 speed interacts in their specific game. I think they throw it in there knowing that they have to have a speed up function, but not how it actually interacts in their game specifically. In a game like this, where once again, you really can't do much of anything, you definitely need a ×4 speed at the very least. Or they do have skip functionality, which I'll show you. I kind of don't like being able to skip every bit of combat, because it kind of makes the game like, what are you even doing? So I wouldn't recommend a skip in campaign, but definitely at least a ×3, ×4 speed at the very least. All of the stages are broken up into multiple battles. So even though I'm still on node like 3-1, you can see we can keep going to battle to battle to battle. Look at all the buffalo roam. You can see that you continue going from battle to battle to battle, defeating some of these fodder units, and then eventually you're gonna fight a boss. Now check out how the boss fighting is portrayed. You're gonna love it. You might love it. You might like it a little bit. You know, whatever. You just keep watching. All right. So we'll beat him down. There goes, I think that's Old Sawbones right over there. I wouldn't trust a doctor named Old Sawbones, dude. That's just too much. So here is how the boss fights are laid out. So believe it or not only are there heroes in the gacha, you can also gacha for horses as well. There's actually like a wrangling mini game where you have to wrangle a horse. It's not very interesting. You just tap on the button really fast, but you can get horses, equip them to your character, and those horses come with them different passive bonuses as well. So I've gotten a bunch of generic horses, but I think there's definitely a room for opportunity for them to have like some really cool, like, you know, unicorns, or like or if they want to stick with the Western theme, maybe something that just looks like kind of like a nightmare, maybe without going too crazy. I think that would be very cool. But that is combat here in the world of Wild West Heroes. So got ourselves a nice little reward, some more fragments for another hero. We'll love to see it. And now let's go back on over into the main town so we can talk about this like city builder, base builder aspect. And like I mentioned earlier, it's such a small part of gameplay. You don't even have to wait for timers for the most part. So I just built a little carrot field there, and I'm gonna build a stable so I can bring more horses to my ranch. And that's really about, ooh. You can upgrade horses here. Very nice. Can I see other horses? I wonder if they're, oh, I can breed them together. You know FG loves forced breeding. Very, very nice. Does it not show me like all the other potential horses I can make? Ah, dude. All right, we'll do some horse breeding here in a second. But that's pretty much it. Now you're done with the base building. The base building is completely done. You can jump right back into combat and get back to work. So that's going to be kind of the flow of the game. You know, idle your heroes together. Here's the idle right over here. Collect that, idle your heroes, power them up, get them gear, take them to combat, defeat stages. Once you do that, you'll probably build another building or two, then you go right back to work. In addition to that, there's also not PvP. Well, there is PvP, I haven't unlocked it yet, but there's also guilds as well. So I can jump in here, help my guild fight. Ooh, a nice little skip functionality. This is my first time doing it. Definitely for guild fights, I absolutely think you should have a skip. For sure, for sure. I'm kind of confused on why they took it away from me though. All right, so that is guild boss there. Defeat it, do as much damage as you possibly can. Let me see how I rank. Ah, dude, I'm way down there in 9th place out of 9. All right, that's fine. I haven't paid the win yet. I don't know if I'm going to do that in this game. So that is that. So it looks like in addition to fighting the guild boss, there's a shop, of course. You can do these little bounty quests where you kind of, oh, I got that one done. It's basically another type of dispatch mode where you send your heroes out on bounties, and they'll bring back the, you know, the person that they're looking to hunt down, and you'll get rewards based off of that. And there's also going to be some passive bonuses as well that increase the power of some of your heroes. So that is how the posse, aka the guild system, works works there. In addition to that, there is PvP, like I mentioned. I haven't unlocked it just yet, but if we go over here to the world map, that's going to be your Buzzards Crossing. That's going to be your PvP. There's also going to be a thing called Calamity Canyon, which is your, your tried and true endless tower mode. I do like the fact that they don't even try to front that this is like a fun gameplay mode in most games. They're like, you know what? Just go up the tower or the hill, instantly skip the battle. We won't even load in the combat. I've been begging for that for so many other games. If they're gonna put a skip functionality in a system like this, don't even load up combat. Let me skip without even loading it up. And this game actually does that. So shout out to Wild West Heroes, brought to you by, who makes this game? Goat Games. The greatest of all time. They're not the greatest of all time, but that's a good name anyway. Goat Games. So there you go. I just completed a full, I guess level of that endless tower, and it'll just continue to go up, and you can see exactly who's going to be strong enough to win each encounter as you move up this little tower. Very, very easy, very straightforward. In addition to that, I think there's even more gameplay that will unlock a little bit later in the game. I can kind of show you what a little bit of that looks like, and I'll make some educated guesses. So that's PvP. I don't know what the spread the good word is. It's based on the church somehow. This looks like some type of every 48-hour missions. I wonder if that's some type of labyrinth mode. Tag team, so 3 teams of heroes. So very nice extended PvP teaming. You have target recruitment. Pretty much all of these idle type games have a different type of recruitment, which will allow you to recruit characters within a specific faction. Fusing gear together, 3v3. Criminal escort. Okay, interesting. And then more targeted recruitment. So those are all the gameplay modes that I haven't unlocked just yet, but so far not a bad little experience. This is, and I definitely have a soft spot for games like this. You guys know that I do dabble into games that are kind of like city builder-esque, and you also know that I play idle games, and you also know that I love having really interesting themes when it comes to the heroes that I can collect. So this game kind of scratches all the itches for me. I don't know why I'm always so itchy, but this game is doing a good job. I finally got a different color horse. You saw that gray horse that I just got? Ride it, girl. Oh yeah, nice bucking. I'm not gonna do it. All right, let's keep on getting this last horse here. And like you saw earlier, these horses have passive bonuses. Now I don't want to get rid of my gray horse that I just received. Let's go over here. Okay, do a little bit of horse breeding. Dude, look at that. He's a blue horse with multiple thingies. Do I have 2 that are not? All right, 2 that are idle. So what happens if I just put together 2 green horses? This one has enhanced healing, and this one has frenzy. So what happens if I... Possible skill range. Let's just see what happens. After the horse's mate, the offspring inherits the level and appearance of the primary horse, and the second horse will be consumed as a part of the training materials will be returned. Oh, I probably should train them up first. All right, we'll get back to that later. So that is the horse training there. The rest of these buildings, like I said, it's not going to be like those empire building style games where there's a lot of gameplay that takes place in your city. Not much. Like you'll build a hotel, you'll put 2 characters in that, and the characters that are inside the hotel get passive bonuses. Same thing over here with the sheriff station. Same thing over here with the saloon. Over time, you're going to be able to upgrade these little buildings to get even more bonuses out of them. But that's really about it. They're really kind of set and forget buildings. You don't really interact with them in any meaningful way after you actually create those buildings. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end the video off as we always do with a nice little summon session. Can I do? Yes, thank you. Do a full 10 pull here. I love how their car, come on, I can't just slide a card out? Dude, look at this guy. No purples at all, but it looks like there's a built-in pity here. And I don't have enough diamonds to do any more pulls. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. All right, well, we'll keep on saving up for that. I think there's a lot of events going on right now that are gonna kind of help me out with that. So there's a welcome wagon. Every single day you log on, there's going to be little bonuses there. Of course, all these games have to have basically a battle pass, a free path, and then a paid path here, it looks like. Events going on. There's a lot of events here. Do summons. Thank you for that. I got myself a nice little badge. Target recruitment. Do some fishing. Yes, there's fishing in this game. Do summons. We just did that. And I think this one's all about horses or something like that. The fishing is right over here. Very straightforward. What's in this bucket? Ah, very nice. So depending on what type of fish I capture, I can actually get some good gear out of it. So let's try, get it in the green. I got a green fish. So now I can exchange this green fish for this blue, that's not gear, that's like a timed, like this is the currency used to upgrade some of your characters. And I'll show you what that looks like here. There's two different ways that you can upgrade your character. Just like in all these idle games, you can basically merge them together to get higher rarity characters, as you guys might expect. You can dismiss some of your low rarity characters that you don't care about. So all these greens, I can dismiss them to get currency used to go into the shop to buy even more characters. If I'm over here and I'm like, you know what, I want to level up. Who do I want to level up? I guess we'll just level up Maverick here. If I want to level up Maverick, as you guys can see, just like in most idle games, there's going to be a breakthrough currency that you're going to have to spend in order to break him through to the next set of levels. In between that breakthrough currency, you're going to be using basically gold. You're going to be using cash and food to level them up normally. So level them up, hit max level. Once you hit max level, you use this type of currency here, which I think is gold dust, and that will allow you to break through your levels and continue to go through. When it comes to gear, very easy to just instantly equip all the best gear. And then when it comes to the horses as well, I can now switch my horse to the gray Mustang. That's going to give me even better bonuses for our boy here. And then I can kind of bring all my other gear, kind of move it down a little bit. I'm going to give you that horse there, and then give you that gear as well. Very, very nice. I can't turn this video off, but I'm going to have to. So that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little look at... Let's see. How do I, oh dude, I don't have any brushes. I don't have any brushes to train my horse. All right, well, we gotta go find some brushes then. All right, back to combat. So that's gonna do it for Wild West Heroes. Not a bad little title. I think it's actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna be playing it forever, but I think it's actually not a bad attempt at, bringing the Wild West to life in a hero collector with very cool characters. I like the ultimates, that's pretty cool. And gameplay that it has a lot of quality of life, right? You saw lots of skipping, lots of easy summons, lots of easy auto equips, all that good stuff. You'll love to see it. So that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is a look at Wild West Heroes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.